Let's start off our day with something wonderful or hear a story about someone being marvelous. Let's make today Wonderless. This is the show that gives you a daily dose of happy, uplifting, feel good stories from around the world. Welcome to another episode of Wonderless News. I'm Hoyt Christopher. Let's get right to it. All right, so our first segment is a single mom was turned away on American Idol until her 4-year-old daughter gave her a golden ticket. Okay, so this single mom was auditioning on American Idol, and she ended up getting a second chance on a very emotional moment on American Idol when this happened. So what happened was she was on stage. She performed as a contestant, trying out to be on American Idol as one of the contestants. And it looks like Katy Perry was the judge who said, "Look, I really feel like you're close." And what she said, quote, "You've got something there. I just think that it hasn't been worked out enough," is what she told the contestant, and her name is Fire. I don't know if that's her birth name or if that's her stage name, because Fire is currently working as a stripper and really wanted to do something different with her life and provide for her 4-year-old daughter, Maya. So when Katy Perry told Fire this, obviously the contestant was very emotional and shooken up. Well, her daughter ends up coming on stage and giving her a golden ticket, which of course I think the judges are supposed to do that. I don't watch the show or haven't watched it in years. And it was such an interesting thing to watch, I should say, that Perry and the other judges said, "Okay, you know what? Look, this is really cute. Your little daughter, Maya, gave you the golden ticket. Like, let's give you another chance. Why don't you come back and try again? And we'll see if we can get you on the show." So really, really sweet thing that her little daughter, so cute that she did this for her mom. And it worked. She's going to get a second chance. I don't know how that went. That's to look for in the next auditions if it hasn't happened already. But, beautiful little thing. Our kids can do some incredible things. They realize so much, don't they? And, look, Fire, she had a rough life. I mean, it sounds like what she went through with her parents. She struggled. She struggled with a lot of things. And she's just trying to find a better path. And, you got to stand up for her on that one. And her daughter's trying to give her that second chance. And let's see what happens. Katy Perry, hopefully she can show you what she's really made of, and she'll make it on the show. All right. Next segment. She found an uplifting note in a book at Goodwill, and now she is looking for its intended recipient. Okay, so this is crazy. So this lady, Rose Farmer, said that she stopped by her local Goodwill and she was checking out some costumes for her daughter. And then she was just kind of browsing the book section, the used books there. And someone else actually ended up dropping the book, I think, or picking it up. And this note fell out. And she grabbed the note and she looked at it and she read it. So I'm going to read it for you right now. And it says, it's a handwritten note. And it says, "Believe, Trent. Believe you are loved and respected. So let's get going. The ride may be bumpy, but we will get there. When you believe in you as much as I do, you will be there. Dad." So this is a really sweet note that this father wrote to his son. And it's in this book. It obviously was meant to be in there. I don't know if the kid got older and forgot it was in there and it got collected and thrown into Goodwill. Who knows? But Rose Farmer is adamant about finding the owner of this book. She wants to find them. She wants to know, in what she says is I'm curious. I'm curious to know what sparked that note. What was going on in Trent's life that the dad decided he needed to write something to him, put it in that book and say, "Look, there's hope. There's hope. You can do something with your life. You can do this. I know you can. I believe in you." You got to believe in yourself. So maybe one of our stories will be what happens next when Rose Farmer actually finds Trent or the dad and figures out what the connection is. So great story. Now it's off and time for our Wonderlous moment of the day, brought to us by Rise by Shaman Angelina. She has an incredible store on Etsy with handmade jewelry, sterling silver items with these beautiful sea glass pendants that she finds locally, all tumbled naturally in the ocean. So beautiful stuff. Check it out. But the moment of the day is of just a picture of a beautiful rose and water and some music. So if you're watching, you get to see that. If you're just listening, enjoy the music and think about a beautiful, I think it's a pink rose with water dropping on it. So just simple beauty. That's all I'm going to say about that. Simple beauty. Thank you, Rise by Shaman Angelina. Again, check out her store on Etsy. The link to her store is in the description of the show. So find it, and maybe you'll find something beautiful to purchase for yourself or a friend or family member. All right. So now, next segment. Man creates a Waffle House painting inspired by heartwarming memory of his wife. So this guy, Matt Dawson, he's a pharmacist from Pineville. He's been an artist for more than 30 years, but he hasn't really made any money on it. But not until 2012, he started turning his hobby of painting into something that he actually can make some extra money on. And he decided to paint this painting because he and his wife, so a quote, he says, "When my wife was sick, we used to go down to New Orleans to see a doctor. And every time we would come back, we would stop at the Waffle House in Sorrento." And so here's this wonderful memory of the time he spent with his wife when they were trying to see the doctor, get treatment, get her well. And it was like a little routine that they had and something that they shared together. So he decided, since he's been painting art and he's actually starting to make some money, that he would create this painting of a Waffle House that he and his wife would go to. The painting's gorgeous. The way he paints is incredible. And I'd say, honestly, like, it's something to look at. He's making money doing this. In fact, he posted this picture of what he calls starry waffles onto a site, and he ended up selling it in 10 minutes for $600. So he's doing well with that, and it's a great memory. Look, it's a hobby that turned into something, actually probably more of a passion, really, that turned into something that he's actually making money from. And, what a great memory too for him with his wife. All right. So anyways, now it's time for our Wonderless thought, and that's going to be your love for your wife. We're going to do that. And it can be husband or wife. Let's say love for your partner, because whether you're a man married to a woman or a man, woman married to a man or a woman, doesn't really matter. Let's say love for your partner. What does that mean? What's the thought about that? It's incredible love, right? And it's different. It's different than the love you have for a parent or the love you have for a child. I think that the love you have for a partner, your wife or your husband, it has to have a lot of trust in there, right? Don't you think trust is a big one? Love is not enough. I will say that. Love is a really great start, but you have to have everything else kind of there. You have to have trust. You have to have compassion. I believe you have to have intimacy, right? So you have to have that attraction for your partner to keep that relationship alive, to keep it moving forward. But that trust factor, that seems to be something that I think is really in the top 2, 3 of the list, right? Love means so many different things for all of us. And I think the love for a partner or a child, all those things are different. So this one for your wife or your husband, with love comes trust. And then with trust, you need to have that affection, you need to have that intimacy, the attraction, the respect. And I think there's a lot of layers to love for your wife or your husband. It can't just be love. And that's probably what makes marriage, relationships like that, difficult, because it's not just like, I love my kid. I will always love my kids, always do anything for them. It's unconditional, I think, right? I mean, I think it's just, I love them so much. And I love my wife. I love my wife so much. And I'm so attracted to her. So I'm very lucky for that. I can't say the same for everyone else out there, but I bet you could say that there's a difference, right? There's a lot of things that come with that love for your wife or your husband. It's not easy. There's a lot of work involved, but that trust factor, I think, is huge. That's one that resonates. I said it right. Resonates. Resonates for me. All right. With that, look, if you have a feel good, great, Wonderlous news story for me, please send it to wonderlessnews@gmail.com. I'll read it here on the show, talk about it. I'll plug you, tell you who you are, tell everyone who you are, or I won't. It's up to you. But yeah, keep them coming. Bring the stories in. You can send the link to the story that you got from a news platform. It's fine. I'll read it here. I'll make sure that they get the not reward, but the recognition they deserve. So thanks again for watching and listening. I'm Hoyt Christopher. This is Wonderless News, and I'll see you tomorrow.